Hey guys, so today we're going to be discussing the new information released about version Z. So today we had a Japanese live stream where they discussed the version Z details coming to JP, but Global also released a video discussing the version Z details as well. This is actually a very good thing. Typically when JP announces something, they just have like their information released, they discuss the details about whatever's coming, and then Global obviously then will release that same update 3, 4, 5 months later. Without really giving much insight or details into what's happening. But at the very least, what they did here is they just, they talked about the same sort of updates that are coming. I think overall the quality of this video compared to the live stream was a lot lower, but that's just because they probably don't have this, like the game translated or the stuff actually implemented into the global version of the game to show off like the JP version did. So what I'm going to be doing, just to show you guys a visual representation of what they're talking about in this video, is we're going to go through some of the basic stuff that they talk about, but then we're going to have the screens here, thanks to the dokkan.game/-db.org site for having this all compiled here. We're going to be going through this all visually to show you guys exactly what she's talking about here, because there's really no... it's pretty much just like a 5-minute video of just her talking with like some bullet points and stuff like that. So the fact that they did this all in global is definitely very good. Saves me effort from having to translate everything and put it on the timeline, stuff like that. So I'm thankful for that. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So we're just going to quickly skim through this. So we mentioned we're currently working on a project to improve the current Dokkan battle, and obviously it's referring to version Z. Details of the project, be sure to watch until the end. Known as the version Z update plan. So there's 3 different points that they want to sort of base the update on, and those are making the game fun for both first-time and long-time players, to increase the playability, which is kind of vague, but they have the Japanese here, which if I translated this, I would say make it easier to play, which I guess is sort of the same thing, but and number 3 is to add or to improve challenge features. Which, that's pretty much what that means too. So pretty self-explanatory points there. So they sort of go through the points. I think in terms of what they discussed in the video here, they really only talk about the first 2. This is a phased project. This version Z is not something that's going to all come out at the same time. It's going to be something that they, bring in waves, right? JP Dokkan just introduced a coming soon thing in the news for version 5.0. which is going to begin to implement some of these features and improvements to the game. So really the first 2 points are what they discuss here, and in a future live stream or a future update, whatever they want to do, they're going to be discussing the 3rd point here, which we don't really discuss in this video that much. Alright, so today I'd like to go over the features that will be included in the initial update of this long-term update plan. Take a look at the features to be implemented. The first 2 focal points, So there's these things called Dragon Ball Story, which is sort of like a revamping of the story events that are already in the game. Revamped tutorial, which is something they mentioned earlier. Panel missions, which is something that we technically already did have in the game. It was just baked into the existing mission structure, but they obviously renewed that here. And then improved recommended characters. So a lot of these things obviously are more geared towards newer players, but it definitely seems interesting for existing players, and even players like me who have pretty much everything in the game done. So let's sort of go through the Dragon Ball Story thing right here. We're overhauling the content of the available story events. You'll be able to relive stories from the anime like never before. The reward stages and animations will be revamped. And they sort of did show this. I don't know if they have it on here. But as you go through the story event, you know how you have like I don't really know what they call it in the game, but like whenever you like clear a stage or you like reach the enemy on the map, there's like a little cutscene where you can like sort of tap through, and there's different like dialogue lines and stuff like that. They actually made that like a full animated scene, which is definitely very cool. So just looks a lot more modern. So the events will even be worth a second playthrough as well. By the way, the revamped story events will also have their rewards reset as well, so that'll be something cool. So next we have the panel missions. These are special missions for players new to the game or those who are still unfamiliar with it. If you guys remember the Android 18 specific missions for newer players, like you get the STR Android 18, like the one with like the little heart on it. You get her for completing some missions for beginners. That's going to be revamped, and you will actually be able to get this Kaioken Goku here it's awakened to an LR. You can see this is him right here. He has like the little active skill thing right here. He's definitely an LR because he's doing an Ultra Super right there. And this is the Goku that will awaken to that Kaioken Goku. He's a physical Goku. You get this Goku from the story event, the Saiyan Saga story event right here. And I assume what's going to happen is you're going to get the medals to LR him through those panel missions. We'll take a look at that in a second as well. So by completing all the panel missions, players will be able to awaken the new Goku, who can be recruited from the revamped tutorial into an LR. Of course, those who are already familiar with Dokkan Battle can also recruit LR Goku and get all the available rewards. Look forward to it. So it's not only specifically for new players. Next, about increasing the playability, in this update we're planning to introduce an auto function. Now this is something that I did not expect. Some people definitely have been talking about this for a while, pretty much since Legends came out, because Legends came out with an auto feature. Actually, did it come out with an auto feature? Maybe they added it later, but it's been in the game for a very, very long time, the auto feature, so naturally the game has to be compared to Dokkan because for reasons. So, auto battle function, optimization of the hidden potential activation feature. So, there's actually a button that they have now in the hidden potential system now where you can just instantaneously fill out an entire character's hidden potential tree. So you have to sit there and click through all the different nodes. You can just click one button and it's going to be all filled out. Optimization of the team formation feature. This one is... there's actually a lot to this. We'll go through that separately. This is fine. Removal of team cost limit, that's also fine. But the auto battle function, they should probably... Let me see. So by using the auto function, you can set whether or not to run each phase, like the map or battles, automatically. For instance, you can choose to control battles while setting the map on auto. Test it out to find the settings that match your playstyle. You'll be able to get the items you need or raise characters easier than ever. We'll be making finer improvements to various features as well, so be sure to give them a try. Okay, so let me show you guys visually what this looks like. And by the way, this is the LR Goku that you're going to be able to awaken through an LR. These are the panel missions. So if you guys remember, this is sort of like the STR Android 18 thing where you got her. So it looks to me, basically what's going on here, let me just see if I can actually magnify this a little bit more. It looks like what's going to happen here is you have 5 sets of missions. So this is set number 1. Once you clear these sets of missions, you go on to set number 2, and then set 3 and 4 and 5. And I assume set 5, you're going to have the awakening medals in here, like as some of the rewards for this Goku to be awakened into an LR. So that's how you get this Goku, right? You recruit him through the story event, the Saiyan Saga story event, and then through these panel missions, you'll be able to get the awakening medals for him to turn into an LR. So that's that Goku. This is an updated Giru sort of recommended character function. They didn't really talk about how it's going to be improved. They just said that there's going to be an improved recommended character function here for Giru. So we'll see what that really means. They didn't really go into depth too much about what this is. I don't know if they talked about this in the global video. I don't think they did, but there's a new Starter Dash pack that's coming to the game. And the way this works is this is marketed as... there's actually 2 packs here. There's... this one's pretty insane. These are both one-time purchases. This one here, the Starter Dash Dragonstone pack, is 490 yen, which is basically like $4, and it's for 50 stones. And the way this works is this should be available to all new players whenever you start the game, but for existing players, this is going to be available for 100 hours after the update goes live. So the update goes live, and then for the next 100 hours, you'll be able to buy these packs for existing players. The second pack is 3,060 yen, so that's probably like $27, $28, something like that, US dollars. And it's going to come with 100 stones, plus you get this special Dragonstone. It's called the Special Dragonstone. That's what they called it. And you'll be able to use this Special Dragonstone to exchange directly for one of these LR characters. So LR Kale and Caulifla, LR Tech Broly, LR Int God Goku, LR AGL Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, LR Int Rose Goku Black, or LR STR UI Goku. So that's a really worth it pack, in my opinion. If you're somebody that's willing to spend money in the game, then I would definitely recommend picking this up, as the value is absurd, especially this one, right? Basically $4 for a multi. That's you probably will never get that chance again in this game to get the pack like this. So if you're somebody who's okay with spending money in Dokkan, then I would say that these packs are definitely worth at least considering. Now this is what I mentioned with the hidden potential system updates. This one, let me see if I can zoom in. It's a little bit wonky here. Okay, I'm just gonna leave things like this magnetized because this is big enough for you guys to see. So there's going to be this little button down here on the bottom right of your screen, which will allow you to automatically open all the nodes with one tap, basically. Which is going to save a lot of time. Obviously, it's not going to pick the choices for you, so you have those nodes that you have to choose crit or additional or dodge or whatever you want to choose for the character. It's not going to automatically choose that, so it's going to choose everything else besides that. And then once you click the button, you'll be able to go in and choose those for your character, and then they'll be done. So it's going to make rainbowing units a lot less annoying to deal with. Then for the hidden potential event to get the hidden potential orbs here, they said that the way they're going to update this is they're going to make the map a lot shorter, and they're going to increase the amount of potential orbs you get from like the little blue nodes on the map. So it looks like that's what they're going to be doing to update the hidden potential event here. And then this one is the auto mode. So there's two things I want to mention about the auto mode. So the first thing is you have to actually clear the hardest difficulty of the map to gain access to the auto mode for that event. And the way that the auto mode is going to be implemented is there's going to be two different types of auto modes. There's going to be the map auto mode, and there's going to be the battle auto mode. The way that the map auto mode works is just as it says, you are going to be auto playing through the map portion. The auto mode for battle is going to be playing through the battle automatically. So you can actually set each of these individually if you wanted to. So for example, for link leveling, this is going to make link leveling a lot easier. What you can do is you can set the battle to be automatically played for you, but you can play the map manually to try and land on as many enemy spaces as possible. And then once you get into the fight, the game will just play itself to clear the Cybermen. It'll bring you back to the map, and then you can take control back over on the map. That's how I would personally do it, I think. Obviously, you're going to have to test it a little bit just to see what the most optimal way of doing it is, but I think for me, this is probably going to make link leveling a lot less annoying, so that's what I'm looking forward to for the auto mode here. And then there's a bunch of other features coming. This is going to include stuff like the team, like the team building stuff. So for example, some of the things they're doing is they're removing team cost completely, so you don't have to worry about team cost anymore. They're increasing the amount of team slots to 50. That, to me, like, this is one of the single best changes they could have made to the game. 50 team slots? That's insane. Right now we have like 6, 7, not even. Like, this is like almost 10 times more team slots than they currently have access to. So they're adding that feature. They're going to be adding an automatic team feature, so you have a team that will be created automatically for you. So this is what this looks like right here. There's going to be a preset team feature as well, which means that if you have a team built for you, like let's say you have a team, I don't know, the Planet Namek Saga team, already made for yourself, and you want to create a new team over that team, what you can do is you can set that team as a preset team and save the team build. So even if you remove that team, you can instantly assemble it later very quickly. So that's how they're doing that. What else? I think that is pretty much it for this. And then they have some additional features they're going to be talking about later. They're going to be increasing and improving upon the filters in the game. They're going to be improving the Dokkan Awakening screen. They're going to be improving the results screen. They're going to be improving the gacha screen, whatever. They didn't really talk about this that much, but that's what this means. There's this thing called My Data, which they also couldn't really discuss that much right now, but when I hear that, what comes to mind is the 6-year anniversary for JP Dokkan provided the players with a lot of stats for their account, like what's your most used character, how many Cybermen have you killed, how many Dragonstones have you used. So it'll be just basically, fun facts or statistics about your account that you've accumulated throughout the course of using your account. I mean, that's not confirmed, but that's what comes to mind when I think about what a My Data screen would look like. And then there's just obviously just other stuff. This is just new content down here. So we'll see what else they come up with here. Here's an example of what the new filter system is going to look like. Here's what the new Dokkan Awakening screen is going to look like. Right, you have the regular Dokkan Awakening, you have Extreme Z Awakening down here. So it's just more condensed and looks cleaner, just all in one screen here. And then it looks like that's pretty much. Let's go back to the video here. And in terms of when this is actually releasing for global, she says, let me just see. For the international version, we're working to have the initial update of the version Z update plan up and running by the beginning of 2022. So to me, that sounds like they're not planning on having this update released at the same time on both versions, because she specifically mentions global version here. So what I imagine will happen is JP is going to get this update. I mean, they already announced the 5.0 updates coming out on the 17th, so they're going to start to get this stuff right now, whereas with global, we'll be getting it in the beginning of 2022, which I don't think is that far. It's not that far off. It's like a month and a half from now, almost, so not too bad, not too far apart. Feature updates will also feature playability enhancements, including the optimization of filters and an improved summon screen. We just looked at the filter stuff, as well as new and improved challenge features, as mentioned in the third focal point. Once we have more information regarding these features, we'll let you know, so please keep an eye out. And she also mentions that they'll be conducting surveys regarding what features or improvements that we want to see in the version Z update, and that's pretty much all they talked about here. Something else to mention quickly is in the JP stream, they did actually have a questionnaire, sort of interactive questionnaire with the developers, asking a few questions. So I thought that was really cool, right? They actually had the live audience respond to a lot of the questions they were asking, like when you summon for new characters, what are the things you're looking for? Are you more interested in animations? Are you more interested in how good a unit is? Where are you using these characters? What do you think about difficult content? Do you think the difficulty level is too high, too low? What are your thoughts on that? And they went through a lot of those questions. They had a little poll in the live chat there, so that was a really cool thing. They've never done that before, and I thought that the reason they decided to do that probably was because of the new producers that were there. So felt like that's a pretty solid step forward for Dokkan as a game here. But in terms of the actual new stuff that's coming out, I think that is actually it for this. There's some few other minor things I might have overlooked. Like, I know in the news for JP, they have a few other things regarding the hidden potential system, right? There's like, if you're able to rainbow a unit, they'll be flashing rainbow in your box. Like, that's something that's obviously new. And yeah, I think I was able to cover pretty much everything. The new tutorial, I mean, we see like some of the new animations here. So from this updated Saiyan Saga story event, you'll be able to get the SSR of the LR Goku, the Kaioken Goku you can see right here. You'll be able to get the new Piccolo. You'll be able to get the Raditz Fight Goku as well, which they showed off. That's the one who does like the Kamehameha where he jumps into the air and it does like the bend, stuff like that. So let me know down below what you guys think about this version Z update, as well as some things you would like to see added to what they already discussed here. I know the biggest thing is probably going to be improving the friend system. They didn't really talk about that too much. They actually did ask a question to the live chat over on the JP stream, and the question was, what kind of things are you looking for in the friend system? And to me, it seems like it was a little bit off in terms of what they were asking. Like, I remember like there was 4 choices. The first choice was, I want to compete with friends. The second choice was, I want to cooperate with friends. The third choice was, I want to interact with friends. And then the fourth choice was like other, right? So it's like they're missing the point. Like, we don't want more interactivity with the friend system. I mean, I guess it would be all right, but we just want to be able to use our teams, right? If I have an Android team and I want to use Android 13 as a leader for the team, I want to be able to find an Android 13 friend to use with my team. I don't want it to have to be like a hassle, or I don't want to have to go through a song and dance to get an Android 13 friend when I have that unit available for myself. So that's really what the angle we're coming from. So I don't know. I think they kind of misinterpreted like what we wanted from that, but again, they'll have surveys that we can tell them directly. So I think it's more important when you get those surveys to specify what you want out of the friend. Don't just say improve the friend system, because that's not a constructive feedback, right? Say, I want you guys to improve the friend system so it's easier for me to use teams that I otherwise wouldn't be able to use without the friend leader specifically popping up that I want, right? Something like that. So that they actually know like how you want the friend system updated. But again, this is pretty much all the info we have right now on the version Z. So let me know down below what you guys think, and I will see you all in the next one.